Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194, and
Stay double file.
I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to stop in and check out my video. And we're here at Brands Hatch in ACC in the U.S. competition server. This feels loaded. We got Urbach on pole, Ortez, Benitez, Antonio, Miguel. I mean, it's loaded. Dunham's in here, Caesar's in here, so it's a pretty full field. So really tough to make a decision on which car to bring. I just couldn't really get a handle on which I would like to drive the most. Really tough which pace.
Green light. Go, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Somebody went off. There's no pit stop, so it's going to make it tough because this place will chew your tires off. One little mistake here, just like that. Stay with Benitez if I can.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Well done, mate. This has been your muscle best.
Get it for everything she's got right now. wide. Way too wide. That's a fine line through there. If you get a little bit wide, you're good. If you carry momentum, if you get too out in the gray, then it's slick. And you run too wide. Dang it. Thought I was right where I needed to be, and this is maybe a teeny bit too wide.
This has been your personal best. What's all best?
Tires look all right. Stay on my Delta. Didn't do good there.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I thought I had to turn, and then it said car on the right, so. Yeah, I couldn't do anything about that one. Oh! Wreck.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
grass a little bit once in a while. He's back there.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I think I went with two-step of spring in the front. But it is what it is now. See how it goes at the end.
Car heading sector 1.
Benitez is starting to run me down a little bit. Dang it. Love the night races. Of course, Brands Hatch definitely not the easiest place at night, especially the back part of the track. Wide. Back it off a little bit. Can't drive it in so hard. Feel the front's just losing grip.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
Such a feverish pace at the beginning. Pretty much all out. drop back even farther. Yeah, back here it's tough.
We are at the halfway mark, still a
Just
way to
can't
go.
see real good. I was gonna say the new Audi, the Evo 2, even with the regular lights, I was at a night race with it, and it sees really good just for the regular lights. The Audi's always known for their headlights, so. Curb. The way some of the light hits it, it's hard to see your brake marker sometimes, just the way the shadows are and stuff. So that makes it a little bit more of a challenge. Competition server, they must be in love with the British tracks lately. Holton Park the other day, you know, Brands Hatch. Get you. Got me a bunch of times. Kind of like that left-hand turn at Laguna Seca. Ooh, Antonio's really good. Yeah, I had a similar pace with the BMW. Probably would have been better on the longer stint like this. The BMW probably would have been better. But I just raced it last night, so. Which is a crazy race at Alton Park. Steady pace, see what she's got for a steady pace. Tires look okay.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
I don't know how many Porsches are in here. I see another one down there, but. pulled away from Bonita some more. Woodard's in here too. I didn't see Woodard. He's in an Audi. I say there's a lot of guys in here this time. Pretty good field. I'm trying a different kind of spring setup this time. Kind of like some of it, but some of it I don't. Like I said, I think I just got a little bit too stiff on the front. The rear's fine, but yeah. I think I just went one click too stiff on the front. It's really hurt me too, where that tight hairpin is. Everywhere else it's not too bad, but that's what hurt me the worst is right there. A little softer spring might probably help me get a little bit of grip right there to turn a little bit better. I can feel it want to wash out right here. Just understeer some. Still love driving this Porsche. Really.
Slow car ahead.
Gotta drive it. Too wide. Probably should have been more aggressive with the brake bias. It probably would have helped me a little bit more. Man, it's hard to see. Keep blowing my brake marker right through there. I'm not judging it right. I need to pick a new one. Find something else to go by. Got me spooked now. Got me gun shy. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I practiced too much. I'm getting tired now. Too many cars, trying to figure out which car I'd like to race. That's the problem. I enjoy driving so much, you end up getting wore out just practicing. At least I do. Trying to work on this car, that car, and so many of them are so fun to drive. It's like a kid in the candy store.
Falling behind to the car in front in sector 2.
As long as I'm not losing ground to the guys behind me, that's all I'm really worried about. Benitez is almost 9 seconds behind, so I'm still pulling away from him slowly. Woodard and all them. Yeah, it's just not finishing the turn. It just starts understeering. Looking at a black hole. But yeah, I was really surprised with the new Audi Evo 2. The headlights on it are really pretty good. For just, you know, like without even having the extra lights. You know, because I was driving delivery cars. And they don't have the extra driving lights on them, but I turned them on and I was seeing really good. So actually they're not so bad for night driving. fortunate to get out of here with a third if I can just finish this out. Take this Porsche back to the garage. See if I can find some more performance. Maybe not ultimate performance, but longevity performance. I'm happy with the time. I mean, a fast lap with a heavy fuel load at 24:59. I mean, that's not bad. I'm not unhappy with that at all. But the problem is it's dropping off too much. So, got to find out. It's overworking the tires and wearing them out too fast. So we got to do better on that. Feel it just right. Thank you, Joe Blow.
Neither has finished the race. We're on the podium. Excellent job, mate. Well managed all the way through.
All right. Take the third all the way for sure. And like I said, I'll run over through the data and see what we can find, see if I can make some improvements. And then we'll go over the setup and all that after that. Alrighty, well, it's been a couple days since the race, and got kind of some long days at work, so it's kind of put me behind. Plus, I've spent a lot of time also. Pretty much, if I've been home, my spare time, I've been working on the setup, trying to find a balance. And I hope you just give me a little extra time if you stayed this long to the end after the race here. I probably could have made a video just by itself, which I had a request for doing a setup for the Porsche, just doing a setup video, and I think I will do that. I'm trying to find a good track to do an update, when I have an updated. So if any suggestions out there, anybody would like to see, just put in the comments below, because I'm going to try to do a setup guide for the Porsche at one of these tracks where it needs an update anyway. But again, lots and lots of stints, mostly fails that I didn't like. This is the best I have for up to this point, as far as balance. Speed all over the place, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but I'm really tired from work, so a lot of inconsistencies, but that's on me, not the car. So pretty much we're going to go make a lap, and then we'll go over the setup, and then I'll talk about some things on the setup. In the race, my weakest spot was that hairpin. I think that's where they're making up a lot of the ground on me, even when the tires were fresh. So, I mean, I really try to improve a little bit there. Still more room for improvement, but I think it's better than it was. Probably could drive it in there a little bit harder too. Some of it's just driver. You know, because it's such a, you don't want to overcook it in there either. So, let's see what kind of speed it's got down the straightaway here. Now it does have, I started with 82 liters, the same fuel load I had in the race. Yeah, 145. That's not, you know, that's not terrible. Not really. It's okay. It's in that range. I think the Audi, the Evo 2's got like 148 down that straightaway there. So 3 miles an hour. That's not that bad for the Porsche. As far as it's usually around 2 to 5 or 2 to 6. Love that color combination. Beautiful livery on that car. I've always liked it. And that was my fast lap. Well, not at this stint it was. It was a 124.59. Again, that's was the fastest I had at this stint. I had some lower 24s also in some other stints, but I didn't like didn't like the balance after a while. So basically, I changed a lot of things. So really, to keep it more consistent, running around mid 24s, you know, 24.4 to 24.6, 7, stuff like that is in the range where it's probably going to be. And then of course maybe, you know, higher 24s, or low 25s, you know, like after like 30, you know, 20 to 30 minutes. This was a 15-minute stint. So again, let's go over the setup. And of course, I'll put a link to this setup in the description. I got 24.1 left front, 25 left rear, 26.1 right front and right rear. The tow's positive 0.05, and there's a window there. You can go up to 0.1. So if you want to, you can try that up to there. That's not that bad. Matter of fact, I probably should have done that. I did it earlier, and it seemed to it felt better. Again, it feels like the front end just turns better, so that's probably not a bad idea to try that. So basically, that's up to your discretion. Cambers, negative 3.6 on the left, negative 3.4 on the right. Now, and the caster's at 9 on the front. Now, in the race, I had this maxed out over here at negative 4, and this was negative 3.8, I think, over here. The problem is as those tires wear, it acted like I had negative camber of 5 or something. It was so bad by the end of the race that I'm having to turn the wheel so much sooner because it just wasn't turning, and that was just making the understeer even worse. So I mean, you know, when you have less negative camber, the car reacts so much faster on the edge of the tire. So that's just how I like it. I like the feel of that. And it seemed like the car picked up when I did this, you know, part of the package. So it surely didn't hurt. And actually, I did some longer stints, and it didn't feel near as bad as during the race. I did some stints that was up near 30 minutes, and I mean, you would lose a little bit. The front would start, you know, you could feel a little bit as far as you'd have to turn the wheel a little bit more than in the beginning, but nothing compared to what it was in the race. So big difference there. And I think it's just here, it's such a pinpoint track that you have to hit your marks, you know, connect the dots, so to speak. And it's hard to do that, at least for me it is. So I'm talking about myself. It's really hard for me to do that when I have to turn the wheel a lot sooner than what I do at the beginning of the stint. So again, I'm trying to keep that more consistent. So later in the stint, it's not like you're driving a completely different car. So again, it does change some, but nothing like it did. And then the rear, the toe is negative 0.05, with the camber at negative 3 on the left rear and negative 2.8 on the right rear. Again, that's all been adjusted. The negative camber has been adjusted just like the front, and the toe is about the same. I made a little bit of adjustment there also. Again, you can go up to over negative 0.1. You can go up to that because I had it earlier like that also. But again, I was trying to get the rear end to rotate a little bit, and it seemed like the more you go into from the less negative, or you start going into the positive, you could even maybe try a little of the positive toe. It helped the rear end just rotate a little bit. So again, do little bit increments and see how you like it. But you can also, if you want to make small adjustments, those are things that I would do. So you can just kind of creep on it to get it just the way you want it. Electronics are 3, 4, and 3. Fuel, of course, it had 82 liters. Number 1 brake pads. It had moderate graining on this setup. Some of the other ones had significant or severe, but this one had moderate. Anti-roll bar was 3. Brake bias is 52, which you can go all the way down to 50, but be careful. 51 is solid, but after that, you just got to be make sure you're not braking too much, trail braking. Steering ratio is all the way down. These are the biggest difference in the setup here. Springs are 119,000 in the front with a 600 bump stop rate and a 3 bump stop range. And on the rear, the springs are 187,000 with a bump stop rate of 500 and a bump stop range of 15. And this is the biggest difference. I tried so many different spring packages. I can't even tell you how many different spring combinations I've tried and everything else, trying to find some grip and balance and performance. Trying to get my cake and eat it too. So again, this is what I settled with because it actually was a little faster and a little easier on the tires, where the graining was less and the wear was actually less too. I did equal stints and the wear was a little bit less with this spring package, and everything else the same as compared to a stiffer spring package. So that's why I went with this. Even if the performance was equal, I'd rather have a little bit less tire wear. And also the weaker spring in the front will help as you're burning the fuel off. It'll help you turn in that hairpin to slow corners. It'll help you there. And, of course, over the bumps, it'll help, not upset the car. So there's some advantages to that. Now, I like the stiffer springs because it really can pinpoint it, and you can really I just like the feel of it. And I really tried to get it to work with, and the race it had, that's what I had in the race. I had 141,500 on the front. And you see what it did. It just destroyed the tires, just completely. I mean, they were gone. Not even, near the end, they were already gone. So, and I had way stiffer in the rear also. So, again, I just think it's better to go lighter with these springs. You get more grip on the front, and especially in the slow corners. And again, like I said, with the springs here at 187,000, with a bump stop rate of 500 and a bump stop range of 15 in the rear. Now, I had 199,500 in the race. So I tried, again, a totally different spring package in the race, and it just didn't work. So I'm really happy to finish third because I could have easily not finished even near there. So I was really fortunate to do that. But so now we're down to 187,000. Get a little bit more grip in the rear. You can go down to 174.5. I tried that, but I think 187 gives you a little bit more rotation in the middle of the corner and coming off compared to the 174.5. But you can try that if you like it a little bit more conservative. Anti-roll bar is 5, and the preload on the diff is 60. And again, that was different. I had more preload on the diff, and I just took a little bit out, and I added a little bit more roll bar in the rear to help the rear end. Middle of the corner is where I needed the car to rotate and over it was in the race. In the middle of the corner, the car was understeering horrible. So here that helps that. The shocks on the front, left front are 3182, and on the right front they're 3162. And then on the rear, the left rear is 2162, and on the right rear it's 2152. So those, again, that's all done by Motec. Again, they're okay. Not as good as I usually like it, but it's as close as I could get them to be. Not really where I want them to be, but as close as I could get it for right now. Aero got 53 in the front, all the way down in the front with a 5 splitter. Rear is 74 with a max rear wing of 12, and the brakes are 4 and 3. And again, this was about the same. I think I had this at one click. This was at 54 in the race, and I actually put it down to 53. And you see how much a difference it jumped a lot on the front arrow variation. Again, because this is where all the fuel comes. This is going to come up to 56. When the fuel goes all the way down near the end of the race, that's where you get up massive understeer. Is this will go from 53 to 56, and this will stay the same. All your change is in the front of the car because that's where the fuel is in the Porsche. So again, the lighter spring will help with that. Later on, and of course, if you have a pit stop, it will help also because you have fresh tires and you don't have a heavy spring with lower fuel. So again. Of course, the front arrow variation is a 1.2 to the positive. But it is a lot better than what I had during the race. But again, there's always room for improvement. But I hope you try it, and I hope it works good for you. It's definitely balanced well. And, if you're not perfect as far as running over something, it's not the end of the world. The car goes over everything really well and doesn't upset it to where you wreck and things like that if you hit the grass or you run over a little bit of this or that. So it's actually really, really driver friendly for the Porsche. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video, enjoyed the race, and again, I apologize for it being a little bit long and just coming out a little bit later, just because like I said, it's kind of backed up. But again, I appreciate it. A thumbs up or subscribing would be great. And I really appreciate any support. And thank you for all the feedback and comments. I love talking to all my sim racing friends. And again, it's really a lot of fun talking to everybody. And I sure hope that, again, you come back and visit again really soon. Y'all take care. See ya.